What is up, YouTube? Woke up bright and early. I'm headed to my friend Lewis's house. I kind of wanted to show you guys the EM1 that I'm working on and why. Oh man, trash guy is right here, bro. Alright, kind of weird. Okay, anyways, headed to my friend Lewis's house. We moved the Civic to Lewis's house. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the subframe, the EK subframe from that car, and then pick up the transmission on my way out. The transmission's at Lewis's place, or Lewis's shop. So I'm gonna be doing that today. We're gonna be prepping the subframe that I got from that Integra. So, all right, here we go. It's a super cold ass day. I'm not really used to this, or people from here aren't really used to this in Texas. So gonna try to make the best out of it. Alright guys, so I just made it to Lewis's house. He was gracious enough to leave me by myself. And I'm looking at the Civic, looking at the bike. Alright, so it's on LS mesh wheels. Messed up fender. This door seems salvageable. This stuff just needs to be sanded and stuff. So it needs a new fender. This molding. This bumper is kind of saggy. Not sure why. Maybe a tab is broken. I don't know. I was trying to see if there was water in there. Okay, same thing on this fender. Needs another fender. Ooh, this door looks messed up. I don't know if that's fixable. I'm gonna have to ask him. The sunroof is kind of faded. Hella faded. I'm not gonna even try to. Ooh, that was the fender. Okay. The interior's pretty mint. Other than these door panels are messed up, bro. Okay, maybe another side skirt, but I mean, those are cosmetic things. So let's get to it. So I know on the steering column I have 2 bolts that I need to take off. Underneath there. And then let's pop open the hood. Let's see what we got. Oh, they're different. Okay. Oh wow, what the hell happened here, bro? Is there supposed to be a boot there? Interesting. So I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be able to vlog because I don't have my stand with me, but I'm gonna try to make this work. So first things first, I'm gonna get the car on jack stand. Alright guys, so just a quick update. Took off the bolt that goes to the strut bar, bottom of the strut bar, and that connects to the lower control arm. And then I'm taking off this ball joint, separate the tie rod from it. And then, so my idea is that I'm gonna work from the outside towards the inside on both sides. Inside's first, and then take off the major bolts from the back. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck happened here and why this boot's gone. I'm pretty sure SIs came with power steering. I don't see a reservoir here. Oh yeah, this is a huge flaw for this build, is that the motor, the B16 that they had in here, ripped out. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do here because the K-swap mounts up to here, but not a big deal. Kind of a big deal, but one at a time. But yeah, I'm just gonna get back to that. Take off these inside bolts or outside bolts, and then start working in the inside. Alright guys, so another quick little update. I pretty much got everything off. I left the lower control arms on because I'm gonna drop it with the subframe. Disconnected the tie rods. I'm pretty sure the only thing that's holding the subframe now is the lower ball joints and the steering column itself. So, just this little portion right here, it's just two 10mm bolts that are held on by this footrest thing. Took that off, and then Shahir, if you're watching this, or Kazi, if you're watching this, man, that Eric the Car Guy video came in handy. We watched it for no reason, because we were bored. But Eric the Car Guy was like, you gotta take off this cover that covers the steering column. And then it's kind of dark, but there's a 10mm right here and a 10mm right here. That's the only two things that are holding the steering column, which should come out once the subframe is dropped. That's how I'm gonna do it, or I could just push it out. Normally, normally you want to keep the steering straight, but we're not installing a steering rack right now, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh yeah, you can see clearly. So there's that 10mm bolt, and then there's one right here, right by the foot pedal. Yeah, just taking off those two. Steering column portion will be done. And then I just gotta worry about the lower ball joints. And then, kind of didn't hit me at first, but I was like, if I take out this subframe, what is the car gonna sit on? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna leave these two wheels underneath the car, drop the car like that, wait for the subframe to dry at my house, the Integra one. So, actually, I took off just the top 10mm bolt. Oops, where'd it go? That's how you lose 10mm and 10mm sockets as well. But I just took off the top one and then pushed the column. I want to say that's the, I guess the bottom portion of the column, or the top or part of the steering rack, and just pushed it out the hole. And then the steering column is just kind of like hanging. All right, guys. So I got the subframe, rack, sway bar, tie rods, all in one piece out of the car. And here's how the car sits now. I'm gonna leave the car like this. I just have it sitting on the wheels because we wanna keep our jack stands just in case we need it for something else. And then the car's not gonna sit like this for too long, because I do plan on bringing the Integra subframe this weekend. Today is what? Today's Thursday. I'm gonna prep for sanding it and painting it, so there's that. But yeah, we're out. I didn't have my camera stand with me, so I couldn't really record the whole process, but it's fairly simple. It's just these two bolts right here, which this will give you a better idea. These two bolts that connect to the frame of the car, and then these two, there's one right here, so now you're looking at 6 bolts, or yeah, 6 bolts, 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and then there's one bolt that goes through this big hole and this big hole to the upper part of the subframe, that connects to this part right here, up here. So you're looking at a total of 8 bolts. Fairly simple. I mean, this was kind of harder than the Integra one, because on the Integra, at the pick apart, it was just the subframe itself. I didn't have a rack, I didn't have spindles or anything like that, so that's why. But it's a fairly easy job. It does help if there's 2 people, but nonetheless, one person can do it. It's not too hard. What's up, guys? So today is Saturday. I think I started doing this on Thursday. I'd have to look at the videos, maybe. Well, anyways, it's everybody's cutting their grass. It's the weekend. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this subframe off. I'm gonna time lapse a lot of it, but I'll just write down on the bottom what I'm doing, just to not make this video too long. And I do have other videos to record today. It'll be pretty exciting for you guys to watch. Let's get to it. Do this job. I got engine degreaser and roll bar and chassis paint. I got degreaser to take off all that grime that's on the subframe. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much done with painting. The way I did it was, the can says 2 light coats and then a heavy coat, but the way I did it was I did 1 light coat and then 2 heavy coats, and then did the same thing on the other side. And then now I'm just gonna let it sit out in the sun for a couple of days. It's pretty sunny today. It's gonna be pretty sunny the rest of the week apparently, but you know, Houston, Texas, our weather's kind of crazy out here. But yeah, here's how it looks. Let me show you guys real quick. So yeah, this is the bottom side. Things before I close out this video. One is there's holes on the subframe like any other subframe. What people usually do is they put earplugs, like the little squishy ones, the foam ones. You just like kind of like squeeze it and then put them in here. I didn't do all that because I'm not too worried about these holes or, you know, things getting sprayed where they shouldn't be or something like that, because I mean these holes will be fine. It's not a big deal. A lot of people put them in the threads, but most of the threads on this subframe design is at the bottom, and then I have another mount going on here that's not stock, not a stock mount, so it doesn't really matter. Other than that, okay, so what I would suggest as far as painting, the idea was to get a big cardboard. I didn't have one. I tried to source one, but it's kind of hard to do that. You want to angle the subframe a certain way so that it sprays nicely, which mine did fine. Set a timer for like every 10 minutes or so, and then just go in there and, you know, do the paint. But yeah, like I said, I did 1 light coat and then 2 medium coats, and it came out saucy, man. Too saucy. And oh yeah, so just to clarify, this is the Integra subframe. The reason why I went with this one for the swap is because this is a U design, and it brings the rear mount farther back, so making the motor sit back a little bit more instead of being super close to the core support, as to where compared to this one, which is the one that you guys saw me pull in the beginning of the video. You notice how this U is not much of a U, and it's honestly kind of flat compared to that one. That one's insane. Look at that. Guys, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please do comment down below. Message me, Facebook, Instagram, on my YouTube channel. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy or did enjoy the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Gotta get back to vlogging more videos today for you guys. All right, peace out.